All right, Mayor Neal had a emergency just come up and he had to leave. So we're going to move on to start with the meeting. Can everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I need a nomination from council for someone to chair the meeting.
I nominate you.
Second. All right. All right, got a motion and a second for myself to run the meeting. Can all in favor say aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. So here we are. All right, yeah, sorry again, Mayor Neal had something just come up as he was coming in, and so everybody just keep him in thoughts and prayers, and we're going to move forward with this meeting. To start with, we're going to do the reading and approval of the minutes for the August 19th, 2025 regular council meeting. May I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
So moved.
Second. May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose say nay. Motion carries. Thank you, council. All right, next item on the agenda is public comments. And just a reminder that speakers have 3 minutes to speak. And we're going to start off first with Mary West.
Did you omit the prayer for the night before you start?
Pastor John Jordan wasn't here, so we're just kind of in a little scramble. Things aren't going as normal. Sorry about that.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. Back once again, and hope everyone had a good Labor Day. And also, they are speeding all over Beckley, so we need to do something about all the speeding. Children are back in school, and they cannot even walk to the bus without almost getting hit and all that. So something needs to be done. Some more rules need to be put into effect. Get some cameras or something and put up on these streets. That would give the officers a little break. And send a ticket down to the police department. You all need money in this city. Get it out of our pockets. If we can't drive the speed limit, hit us in the behinds and let it hurt there, because that doesn't make sense. And also, please, as I always ask, can I have some more speed humps on the road? Speeding like they're speeding. Once they hit that hump in front of my house, they act like they grow wings. So slow them down once again, please. And there's people asking for them on LaRue because it's just crazy the way they're coming through. And then if we can have things done to make our neighborhoods better and not our neighbors get so upset, because, hey, I'd gotten almost arrested because I mean, you know, I know it's a law against speaking French out here in public, but when they speak French to me, I'm speaking that French back. And if mine is more fluent and then they almost arrest me, I'm sorry. I'd rather for you to arrest me than somebody that speaks French to me and I can't speak it back. So I want to thank you all. If, you know, let's work together so we can keep things going, keep this city going. Because things is about to happen to us that nobody is going to really believe. So let's get things done decently and in order. And I thank you all.
Thank you. Next, Christina Baisden.
Christina Baisden. There's just a few comments that I have for this evening. One is that I'm still going to care about an open and transparent government, and that will never change. That is just who I am as a person, and that is my core beliefs in democracy. I would also like to remind council that in the ordinance that you passed last last city council meeting, it says that council is not obligated to respond to the speaker. It does not say that you cannot. And as residents, as constituents, we never expect you all to have the answers all of the time, and that's okay. You know, we have some miscommunication here somewhere along the line that you all are all-knowing. And we know that that's not true. But if you do have the answer, and if you do care about a problem that we have, we want to see movement in that direction, and we want to see you care about us. The other things that I have is that number 4 on the item of agenda for this evening, it says enactment of ordinances, but it does not state what ordinances, which I think is a requirement. Also, potential executive session, it does not state the topic, which is also required. Processes and the way we go about things is important. One more thing is that last city council meeting, there were people that were online that had their hand raised for a long time that are saying that they were not acknowledged. So please be sure that you're acknowledging people that are participating online. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next, we have Marcus Jordan, but I believe you're under new business to speak, correct? So, okay, I'm going to skip on by you, and you'll be able to speak here in just a little bit. Thank you. And next, we have Calvin Moore Sr. And while he's coming to it, I did not read the comments. If there is anyone online attending and you want to speak during public comments, if you don't care in the next 3 minutes to either, if you're calling by phone, hit *3 to raise your hand, or if you're connected by computer, click the hand icon on your participants panel. Thank you.
First I'd say good evening.
Good evening.
Everybody knows the situation. It's been a situation for a few years now. And it has gotten to a point where it has damaged my house substantially. And I don't know what's underneath it, because I can't get down that low to find out. But I'm appealing to the council to make something happen. Because if it was anybody else or any other neighborhood, I probably wouldn't even be up here. But because of where I am and where I'm at, it looked like y'all turning a blind eye to what's going on. Oh yeah, I know there's a project in the works, but the project is a little bit too late for the damage that already been done. So anytime we have a hard rain, I stay awake to make sure we don't float down the river. Now yes, you say, well, there ain't no river in Beckley. Oh yeah, it is. And if you don't believe me, I got pictures of where it runs across my deck porch. And my deck porch is 3 foot off the ground. So they can imagine how high the water is getting. The highest it has ever got, it liked about that much coming in my back door. So much so that the fire department had blocked off this driveway to where I couldn't pull in it after I had pulled a 16-hour shift. And he said, well, sir, I can't let you go in there. I said, I tell you what, you got 2 choices. You can move them cones or I can run over them. But I'm going in that driveway. Then he said, well, you're going to get your feet wet. I still had my boots on from work. I walked to the porch, and it, like I said, like about that much, he knocked on the door. He said, well, you know, if the water gets in the house, you're going to have to leave. I said, why? He said, because of your wiring. I said, but if the water gets that high, it's already too late. I said, because all my wiring comes from the top down, all of it. But all I'm saying is, if it was anybody else or any place else, something would have been done a long time ago. Now it's time to get some things done.
30 seconds.
Not promises. It's time to deliver on your promises. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone that's raised their hand online?
We do have one.
Okay. Can you,
Seems they lowered their hand, so.
All right, can you all hear me now? I'm
yes.
working through this technology here. Greetings, everyone. This is Danielle Stewart. I wanted to follow up on my comments from the last city council meeting as far as the need of this city to do a community needs assessment focused on our substance use disorder issues that we have. So in this meeting, I wanted to, since I only get 3 minutes at a time, in this meeting, what I have done is I have emailed all of you the City of Solutions guide that the City of Huntington did back in 2000. The city, so this, when I talk about the need to do a community needs assessment, this is what that community needs assessment looks like. Again, everybody should have that in your inbox to look at later. But to talk a little bit about it, it discusses where they started, the history of the problem and how they got there, requests for funding that they had already submitted, as well as the needs they had identified. They also did a section on what they have now, which is an assessment of what currently exists. And that way, they kind of know where you can build on and where the gaps are located. A section on where they're going, what was already in the works and what the future needs were projected to be. As well as they discussed program costs, program barriers, and program contacts. And then there's a whole bunch of appendixes that talk in detail about these stuff. This was done by the Marshall University, Joan C. Edwards School of Medicine. So if you're looking for a place to start on doing one for the city of Beckley, there's your starting point. They have a history of doing that. The CNA was paid for by a grant. So there's money available to do this. The city doesn't even have to pay for it. The city just has to initiate it to get it going. Last thing I want to do is just read a little bit from the foreword, the very end of it. Our approach has been simply stated. We acknowledge the brutal facts of what our community was facing, but had an unending faith in our ability to prevail. We are determined to identify how to overcome the ravages of this epidemic, learn from our lessons, and set a path forward that others around the nation and the world will be able to emulate and replicate. A very simple thing. The information's out there.
30 seconds.
Do not spend that opioid money without having a plan. Thank you.
Is there anyone else online with their hand raised? No. Okay, with that, we'll end public comments and we will go to the next item on the agenda, and that's brief comments from mayor and council members. And we'll start off with Ms. Bolick.
All right, thank you, Acting Mayor. I just wanted to reiterate what Reverend Calvin Moore had basically stated, that he is needing some assistance. He did receive some assistance from the Beckley Sanitary Board, and I'm just hoping that the city will be able to help him also to relocate. It really didn't start being a problem until we voted for those stormwater fees. So once we voted for those stormwater fees, it is now up to us to help some of those residents in that area. And any word on the land banks, Mr. Gerald?
Yes, ma'am. I've gotten several requests to be on the committee, so I'll
Okay.
get that to you as soon as possible.
All right, thank you.
All right.
And also about the sidewalks on South Fayette and South Kanoa. I had sent you an email and sent an email to Angela King, but we can talk
Okay.
about it later.
Yeah, out of the community grant, yes, we
Right,
discussed
okay.
that.
Because
Yes,
those are state streets,
yes,
so.
those are state
All
highways.
right, and I think, and congratulations to the Staples family. I see them here, and some of the congregation of Mount Zion. Reverend Staples was very influential in the Red Brush area, and I just thank you all for being here and thank the council for this honor for that family. Reverend Staples worked with my dad for a while at the VA hospital, and my dad always spoke highly of him. So it's good to see you all, and Reverend Leach, it's good to see you here. Thank you.
All right, next, Mr. Buchanan.
Yes, just praying for Mr. Neal, Mayor Neal right now. And I heard the Boots and Badges was a huge success. I was supposed to be there, but my son got to move in early to his place in Morgantown. I had to go help him move. So congratulations on that, and thank you for the Epling family for letting us use that wonderful facility you have out there. And then Kids Classic is this weekend, Jill. I got the call from Gavin just a little bit ago about helping with the parade, so I'll be there Saturday morning to help you all with the parade. And thank you, Mr. Gerald, for all your hard work, and Mr. File and all of our department heads. Thank you.
Mr. Williams.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to thank the Captain Morgan for helping me over in the East Park area, and also Ward 3 itself, don't get me wrong. But one thing I'd like to see if we can get more on the abandoned cars, because in Ward 3 there's a tremendous amount of abandoned cars that's parked on the street and also in driveways. And I do want to thank all the department heads for doing a job well done. I mean, it's a lot of things that we had to overcome. I think we all headed in the right direction. Don't get me wrong. Things that happened 6 or 7 years ago is not going to change overnight. But we all head in the right direction.
Ms. Shoemaker Dingus.
The only thing I'd like to mention tonight would be to go along with Mary West on speeding cars. We have that problem on Woodlawn. It seems like they just love to hit the top of the hill at my house and kind of see how fast they can go down.
Ms. Coots, do you have anything?
A few things. First of all, great vacation was great, but I did miss you all. I really value everybody sitting at this dais and your opinions and your help, and department heads, thank you for everything that I've ever asked of you. I've never been told, no, I can't do that. It's always been, I'll help you. But someone made the mistake of turning Councilwoman Janine Bullock and myself loose together earlier in the week, and we walked around town and we discussed the needs of the community, and it's aesthetics uptown. Sidewalks need pressure washed. There are loose bricks that need to be fixed, just things like that, which are small, but we're not going to lure businesses into our city if we don't clean those kinds of things up. And those are small things. But I've also been going from small town to small town, most recently Hinton. And what I learned about their small town is, yes, they are attracting small businesses. They have a welcome center on the corner of the 2 main streets in town. And a lot of the businesses have a partnership within the building. For example, one boutique had a nail technician. So you kind of got that boutique experience with a nail technician. One of the stores that I purchased some things from was a boutique type thing that catered to outdoorsmen and also some other things. And they had a coffee shop up top. And both floors on a Sunday in Hinton, West Virginia were busy. Another place that I actually made a purchase was a gentleman who owned a store that had museum glass and crystals and collectible things and statuary. He was running an eBay business out of the back. And all 3 of those businesses spoke about how it's hard to stay alive on your own in a small town, but when you share the rent and you have more than one business in there, you can make a go of it. And I thought that was just a great thing. Guys, we've got to also stop this attitude that I don't want to work with that agency because I don't like that person, or I don't want to do that because here's the way we've always done it. You know what? Consistency is the hobgoblin of the human mind. When you've done what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. Same old, same old. And Miss Baisden, I absolutely will tell you truthfully, I am not all-knowing, and I know it with all my heart since I took this seat, and I have to depend on these other people to help me. But, you know, I was impressed with the people that we talked to uptown in our own business district. Well, we've got to do better. We've got to do more. We are missing the opportunity that all these other small towns have already taken advantage of. How are we going to brand ourselves? That's the first thing we probably need to do. I remember when I was a kid, we were Beckley, West Virginia, the city with a mine of its own. Remember? We've got to figure out how we're going to draw people in. We've got to. That's up to us, and it's up to all of you. So we need your suggestions, and we need to work together. I want to hear what David Sybury has to say about our historical district. I want to hear what Jenna Belcher offers with the River Gorge Area Development Authority. I want to hear what the stakeholders, the business people, the people who work in our community, we've got to listen to each other. We've got to stop this infighting. We can't help each other if we don't try. And that's my TED Talk for today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Ms. Hunter, do you have anything?
As elected officials, I would like to be a part of when we see about the opioid funds, since we are an elected body. I think that would be the route to go, and if we haven't done that before, and so it's good to see, don't reinvent the wheel. If somebody else is doing it, then we should replicate what they're doing, but as an elected body. I did get a call regarding our sidewalks that have weeds, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. They're just sidewalks that are just weeds everywhere. But if it's a state maintained road and you've got the weeds in the sidewalks, we'll talk about what we can do, maybe through Raleigh County Make It Shine or something, because our sidewalks are looking pretty bad. Mr. Moore, it was a pleasure sitting with you at the Woodrow Wilson football game. And I just want to publicly say what an amazing moment it was that Coach Colacerto's, the Woodrow Wilson football field was named. Now it's Pete Colacerto Track and Field. Mayor Ron Neal did a wonderful job presenting Coach with the key to the city. Most of the Colacerto brothers and the two sisters were there. It was a special evening for Beckley, and the sunset was unbelievable. I do want to say that a week from Thursday is 9/11. Chief knows about it, and Chief Thompson and Chief Bailey and the general public. Since we've had the beam for 9/11, we have had a memorial service at Ward Park. Former Councilman Kevin Price does an overview on how we acquired that piece of the World Trade Center, and that'll be at 9 o'clock on Thursday, 9/11. If you're able to come out and be with us, it's a very poignant moment. We don't want no one to forget about that. So, and Councilman Williams, I think we're headed in the right direction. I would agree. Christina, and if we know the answer to something, it's nice to know that if we know that correct answer, we're going to give it to you. I think that that's important, not necessarily banter back and forth, but you know, we do want accountability. We want to be relevant for our community. We want to listen to our constituents. We appreciate everybody coming out. I think the 5:30 thing is good. Well, there was some traffic in Beckley, so try to get right after work. But anyway, it's good that we're not going to miss Board of Education meetings. Council, it's an honor to work with you all and onward and upward for a better, cleaner, greener Beckley with everybody's help.
Yeah, A lot of the things I had down, big thing is like Kip had said, Kids Festival's going on, the Kids Classic. Started last night with the Home Run Derby. Seemed like they got a pretty good turnout there from a couple people I talked to that attended it. Fire and Police Department put on a great event last weekend, raised money for some good organizations, so that's good. Big thing, I know we've talked about it, but Pikeview Drive, if we can just try to come up with an idea with the tractor trailers. I know we're getting 2 to 3, maybe even 4 sometimes a week getting stuck there, and it's a lot of people coming through Maxwell Hill can't get home because it's blocking off the road. And I've left when I lived right there by there. I can't tell you how many mornings or evenings I couldn't get out of Maxwell Woods because the traffic would be backed up because the tractor trailer was stuck. I don't know what else we can do, but maybe we can brainstorm with DOH or whatever, getting some bigger signage, or maybe have them have a DOT car sit up there and write some tickets as soon as they see a big car. Maybe if we can get some kind of program going for a month or two to try to steer it away.
Councilman Reedy, I'm sorry to interrupt, but at the Abraham exit, there is actually a flashing light there. Yeah, other we could
Get something on the
get
actual
something done
highway.
that way, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I know it's just been a major problem for years and years. The other thing is, as Mr. Williams said, I've reached out to a bunch of cars sitting on sidewalks parked there overnight. Landlords tell the people that they can be parked there when, that the landlord doesn't decide if somebody can park on the sidewalk. So if that's something we can do, I don't know, patrolling wise or whatever we can do to help out the people in those neighborhoods. I think that's all I had. Do you have anything, Mr. Gerald?
Yeah, most of the items that you all mentioned, I've already discussed with department heads. The grass in the sidewalks and so forth. Also, we discussed some things that the city, we need to jumpstart this economy some way or another. I have a couple ideas, but the city's going to have to invest to jumpstart uptown. So we're going to have to put some investment in uptown in order to get that other businesses to come into Beckley. So that's my idea, is to jumpstart it. Also, on the opium funds, if you notice on the front side of our website, we do have an opium application. All you have to do is fill it out, and the council will review those, and we'll go from there. Also, you got an email today on a parking application, which Mr. Reedy had mentioned last board meeting, so that's being put on the front page. So anybody that's interested in getting a reserved parking place or so forth, all they got to do is put in an application, and the parking commission will go after that. But as I said, we're going to have to jumpstart this economy. Okay? And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gerald. With that, we'll move to the next item, enactment of ordinances. We don't have any, so we'll skip over that tonight. The next we have is adoption of resolution honorarily naming portion of Patch Street to Reverend N.B. Staples Jr. Way. I'm going to let Mr. Fowle take it over from here.
Thank you, Cody. What I'll do tonight is I'll read this resolution and then ask Cody to request a motion to adopt this resolution. What this does, as you'll see in the resolution, if approved tonight, it does honorarily name a part of Patch Street, Reverend Nelson B. Staples Jr. Street. And the resolution reads, resolution whereas Reverend Nelson B. Staples Jr. led an exemplary life through his service to his community, state, and country, having served in the United States military, supervised building management of the local Veterans Administration Hospital, and served as an EEO counselor for 32 years. And whereas for many years, Reverend Staples served as pastor of several churches in West Virginia, where his compassion, knowledge, and leadership skills had a positive influence on thousands of people of all ages. And whereas through his determination, courage, and leadership, Reverend Staples founded and built the Mount Zion Baptist Church in Beckley, West Virginia, and he witnessed it grow to over 800 members during his tenure as its pastor. And whereas it is the desire of the Common Council of the City of Beckley to honorably name the section of Patch Street between Moole Avenue and Morris Avenue, being the location of the Mount Zion Baptist Church in honor of the life of Reverend Nelson B. Staples Jr. Therefore, be it hereby resolved by the Common Council of the City of Beckley that the section on Patch Street between Moore Avenue and Morris Avenue be given the honorary name of Reverend Nelson B. Staples Jr. Street in recognition of Reverend Staples' contributions to the City of Beckley and Southern West Virginia and the positive influence he has had on thousands of people, young and old, in this area. Be it further resolved that signage be placed on this section of Patch Street signifying that this section of Patch Street has been given the honorary title of Reverend Nelson B. Staples Street. This resolution is duly adopted by the Common Council of the City of Beckley at its regular meeting held tonight on September 2nd, 2025. Cody?
May I have a motion to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
Ma-
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely great. Pastor Nelson Staples been a big influence not only to his family, but the city of Beckley as a whole. I used to work with him, and I think it's a fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
You know, Staples family, I saw your dad at Kroger Harper Road a lot. And I thanked him. I said, Reverend Staples, thank you so much. And he went, no, you don't need to thank me for anything. He was such a humble, kind man. I knew that he was sick, but you would have never, ever known. He was just such a shining light. And you know, his broadcasts are still on television. And what a powerful minister he was. You come from good stock. What a wonderful, wonderful man.
Yeah, anyone that's here in the family of Mr. Reverend Staples, if you'd like to stand, you're more than welcome. Thank y'all.
Mayor, after the motion, I would want Reverend Jerry Staples, Dr. Reverend Jerry Staples, to come up and say something, please, if that's okay.
Yeah.
After the motion, because there is a motion.
That's fine. He can.
There's a motion on the floor now. Did you want to speak?
Yeah, let's go ahead and vote, and if you like,
Okay.
then you can.
After, okay. All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Thank you. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come up and speak.
Oh, and he's getting ready to be ordained as a bishop here in this month, at the end of this month.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
To esteemed members of this council, as representative of the Mount Zion Baptist Church, I am now the senior pastor there, and also I'm a pastor at Liberty Baptist Church. I do a 9:30 service in Charleston, come up the road, do a 12 o'clock service at Mount Zion. All of you are invited at any time. And I don't know all of you, but I do know Ms. Hunter, I know Mr. File, I know Mr. Williams, and I certainly know Ms. Bullock. And I would just like to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts, from the family and from the Mount Zion Baptist Church. We just want to say thank you so much for your resolution and for adopting the resolution. Thank you so much.
All right. Next we have, there's no old business, so we'll skip over that and go to new business. To start with, we have a presentation by Mr. Marcus Jordan, Director of Operations with RRG Behavioral Health.
I do a lot of speaking. All right. My name is Marcus Jordan with RRG Behavioral Health. We're a licensed behavioral health center in Huntington, West Virginia. So it's nice to hear that the county needs assessment came from Huntington. You know, that's originally where we're from. But we wanted to come and let you know that we are going to be coming to Beckley, West Virginia. All right. I took over about a couple months ago as director, and I said, wherever we go, because they wanted to expand, I said, we're not going to just show up unannounced. We're just going to let people know, like, hey, here we are. This is what we do. All right. We wanted to make sure that we became partners with the community. All right. another thing that we did was also change our business model, really. We also do addiction, but we also have primary care. And one of the things that we wanted to focus on was integrated care. And that seems to be the big word now going in the community, like the medical community or whatnot. Pretty much from day 1 to day 1,647, we want to take someone and stay with them to the entire journey. All right, so for instance, I know in my own personal recovery, imagine going to detox 5 cities away, going to a 30-day facility out of state, coming back, going to a sober living house in Huntington and being transferred and still having no idea where to get primary or doctor services from, right? It's very fractured. It's a lot of here, there, people getting shoved from place to place. And in that little time period, that little moment period, someone can fall through the cracks, right? Because I know for myself, I get bad anxiety. So if someone told me, like, hey, I can help you, but you got to go over here, I'm not going over there, right? I want to go to one place and get help, or I want that one place to help me and be a part of that journey, and that's what we hope to do. We want to change the way that is. So our first plan is we're going to get a little office, maybe some beds. I know after speaking with a couple people about there was a problem with homelessness. Today, me and Miss Heather spent all day in Beckley today. We were here at 9 o'clock this morning, and we went around to some of the locations and tried to find and reach out and speak to some of the homeless people, passed out water, food, things like that. And they're receptive. They knew where to go. And after speaking with a couple people, you guys already have a lot of resources here already, and not a lot of people know about it yet. You know, we are for-profit, so we're not, everything we do is funded with our own money. We reinvest it back into the community. So on paper, we're really not for-profit. We kind of look like a not-profit, but we are a for-profit. But we use our own funds to help the communities that we are in. We help right now about 250 clients between Huntington and Elkins. And we're looking to do that here in Beckley with your permission, if you guys will have us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. Okay, next we have reappointment of Sandra Sheetsley to the Board of Zoning Appeals. May I have a motion to approve the reappointment of Ms. Sheetsley to the Board of Zoning Appeals? May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Thank you, council. Next, we have an appointment of Stephen Nickel to the Board of Zoning Appeals. May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Mr. Nickel to the Board of Zoning Appeals?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Thank you, council. Okay. For potential executive session, we need to have over a personnel issue. Can I have a motion to go into executive session over a personnel issue?
So
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. 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 Those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Thank you. We'll be back out here in a minute.
I'm just kidding. It's a manhandle.
I'm still playing that reception. Thank you. Thank you.
Happened to her?
I'll call Randy. I'm sure Wendy is there.
I mean, I know Huntington cleaned up. We're gonna have to do something. Well, but I don't know. It's his fault. Yours. She wanted to know where you were. I said it was your fault.
Yeah, he been back there, Debbie just wearing us out.
Motion to leave executive session.
Yeah.
Motion to come back.
Yeah, you can do it at one motion to leave, and motion to resume the regular session.
I'm not real sure why this was in my notes.
All right. Can I get a motion to resume back into regular session? Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. All right, motion carries. Thank you, council. Can I get a motion to adjourn? See y'all.
Excellent. Good job.